How to cite this article. Erçevik Sönmez, B. 2020. A Research on Urban Identity, Sample of Kadki District. Journal of Contemporary Urban Affairs, 4, 1, 21-32. https://doi.org/10.25034/hqa.2020.v4n1-3. Journal of Contemporary Urban Affairs. 2020, Volume 4, Number 1, pages 21-32. A Research on Urban Identity, Sample of Kadki District. Dr. Begüm Erçevik Sönmez. Department of Interior Architecture, Faculty of Architecture, Yeditepe University, Istanbul, Turkey. Email, begümer@gmail.com. Abstract. Cities have idiosyncratic identities composed of the combination of identity elements which are generated by the natural, social, or built environments. Due to globalization, neoliberal approaches, and urban branding, cities have lost their unique identities to a significant extent, and resemblances among cities have gradually emerged. Therefore, some research questions occur such as which urban elements are the identity elements that form the unique identity, what are the problems that threaten the identity elements, and which identity features should be emphasized. The aim of this study is to analyze the unique identity and identity elements, and also determine the positive and negative identity features of an urban district. Central Kadıköy, located on the Asian side of Istanbul, was chosen as the experiment area and 117 questionnaires were conducted. The results have revealed that the most frequently defined unique identity element of Central Kadıköy is the Bull statue, the second one is İskele Square and the third one is the Moda Coast. According to the focal points of this study, relation with nature is an important identity feature that needs to be emphasized. On the other hand, over-urbanization and deterioration of historical identity are the characteristics that should be prevented. Journal of Contemporary Urban Affairs, 2020, 4, 1, 21-32. https://doi.org/10.25034/hqa.2020.v4n1-3. www.ijqua.com. Copyright 2019 Journal of Contemporary Urban Affairs. All rights reserved. 1. Introduction, Urban Identity. Cities have features and identities of their own. Similar to every individual, urban identity is a meaningful entirety that holds unique features in every city, exists in different scales, gets its shape from physical, cultural, socio-economic and historical factors, and is formed by lifestyles of its dwellers. Deniz Topko, 2011. Divergent features of cities are explained by the terms urban identity and urban image, Wanam and Klanaslan, 2005. Urban identity is an integrity that is formed by elements that add meaning and value to that city and differentiate that city from others, Birol, 2007. Physical features, natural texture, social structure, historical and cultural heritage define the identity of a city. Corresponding author. Department of Interior Architecture, Faculty of Architecture. Yeditepe University, Istanbul, Turkey. Email address, begümer@gmail.com. articleinfo. Article History. Received March 15, 2019. Accepted July 13, 2019. Available online August 21, 2019. Keywords. Urban identity. Identity elements. Urban image. Kadıköy. This work is licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution. Non-commercial, Node Rivs 4.0. CC by NCND. This article is published with open access at www.ijqua.com. Journal of Contemporary Urban Affairs, 4, 1, 2132/2020. Dr. Begüm Erçevik on May 22. Its geography, history, cultural values, architecture, past civilizations, local traditions, lifestyle, inhabitants, phases from the first settlement to this day, topography, vegetation, geopolitical position, the state of being a southern or western city, maritime and highway connections, the state of being open or closed to other cultures, economic structure, living organisms that it hosts, past occupations and wars, earthquakes, and its state of whether having been a capital city or not, are the elements of urban identity. Differences in these features add a unique character to cities. Turan and Yalnır Erkoskan, 2017. On the other hand, urban image consists of elements observed in the built environment of a city. In his study based on the definitions of numerous inhabitants of 3 American cities, Los Angeles, New Jersey, and Boston, Lynch, 1960/2010, maintained that urban image had 5 fundamental elements: paths, districts, borders, nodes and landmarks. Elements forming urban identity can be analyzed as being natural, human, or artefactual, 1 and Knaslan, 2005. Natural identity elements are related to natural environment data of the city. These are the features of the city such as general location, topography, climatic conditions, flora and fauna, geological and geomorphological conditions, and aquatic elements. Variations in these features differentiate and define a city, make it unique, and give the city its identity. Kapuk, 2010, 1 and Knaslan, 2005, Turgut et al., 2012. Human identity elements are the individual and the society. Identity of the individual improves within the environment he lives in. Identity elements formed by human environment consist of sub-elements with regard to demographical structure, size, density, and structure of population, age groups, corporate structure, political, administrative, juridical, economic, and cultural structure, 1 and Knaslan, 2005. Furthermore, artefactual identity elements are any arrangements made in a city. The value of a city comes from the memories of its inhabitants. Therefore, the element which exists in the artefactual environment and which holds the highest identity-forming potential is monumental structures and structure groups that have casual significance, and the urban texture they form. Architectural values in a city constitute a remarkable portion of urban identity. Birol, 2007. When individuals are attached to the place they live, attribute value to this place and make self-sacrifices for these values, that city receives a meaningful identity. For urban dwellers, if the environment they live in is only a place where they earn a living and where certain activities are held, if it does not have meaning except these instrumental features, then that city is determined as an unidentified city. Kapuk, 2010. Duration is needed for urban identity to be formed. As Birol, 2007, indicates, Tequili, 1990, sees the formation of urban identity as a historical phenomenon and states that it is actualized by different layers forming a coherent and meaningful integrity in time. Hence, it is difficult to purposefully produce urban identity or replace a new identity instead of one that faced erosion for several reasons. On the other hand, urban identity can redefine itself in time parallel to social, cultural, physical and economic changes that occur by time. Therefore, not the loss but the transformation of urban identity can be noted. Birol, 2007. In the 1980s, due to globalization and neoliberal policies, one of the most frequently discussed issues was the loss of urban identity. In order to locate the cities on the map in the global rivalries, urban branding approaches have begun to change, transform and reconsider the urban identity. Due to those interventions, cities had significant losses from their unique identities. Such failures in preserving the unique identity gradually caused resemblances among cities, and as a consequence, they cannot offer diversities to their dwellers. Herein, the necessity of protecting the unique urban identity becomes utterly significant. Aslan and Kuiper, 2016, Iraden, 2016. In this study, the following research questions were examined in order to investigate and preserve the unique urban identity. Which urban elements are the identity elements that generate the unique identity of the city? What constitutes the unique urban identity? What are the problems that threaten the urban identity and/or identity elements? What are the features of the unique urban identity and/or identity elements that should be preserved and emphasized? Kadki, located on the Asian side of Istanbul, is a century-old settlement which contains many historical layers and is therefore a palimpsest. It possesses many urban elements which demonstrate the urban identity, and which can be accepted as identity elements. Some of these urban elements are distinctly perceived by the inhabitants, whereas some of them have lost their visibility due to the existing palimpsest pattern. Consequently, a survey was conducted to analyze the existing identity elements of Central Kadıköy and compare them via different user profiles. Journal of Contemporary Urban Affairs, 4, 1, 2132/2020. Dr. Begüm Erçevik on May 23. 1.1 The aim of the research. The main aim of this research is to reveal the existing identity elements of the Central Kadıköy. In addition, it is intended to evaluate the variation of the identity elements of Central Kadıköy defined by different groups in a community. For this purpose, the participants were grouped in terms of gender, age, duration of living in Istanbul and frequency of use, and analyses were executed with these groups. The other aims of the research are as follows: to analyze the unique identity of Central Kadıköy, to determine the positive and negative identity features of Central Kadıköy, to suggest ideas to urban planners for preserving and emphasizing urban identity. 2. Methodology. The participants' experiment environment, procedure and data analysis of the research will be clarified in this section. 2.1 Participants. This research was conducted with 117 participants that consist of randomly selected citizens while they were dealing with various activities in Central Kadıköy. The table below shows their profile. Table 1. Table 1. Personal information of the participant. Personal information. Category: frequency, %. Gender: female 70-59,8. Male 47-40,2. Age: 18 to 25 52-44,4. 26 to 35 37-31,6. 36 to 45 22-18,8. 46 to 65 4,3. Over 61 0,9. Education level: Literate 10,9. Primary school 21,7. Secondary school 10,9. High school 1916,2. Undergraduate 8068,4. Masters/PhD 1412,0. Duration of settlement less than a year 32,6. 1 to 5 years 1613,7. 6 to 10 years 76,0. 11 to 15 years 32,6. More than 15 years 2117,9. Born in Istanbul 6757,3. Settlement European side 2319,7. Anatolian side 9480,3. Frequency of visit every day 11.9,4. Once a week 26-22,2. More than once a week 97,7. Once a month 25-21,4. More than once a month 20-17,1. A few times a year 26-22,2. Intended use house/residence 52,16. Office/school/course 17,735. Cultural activities, theater, concert, exhibitions, etc. 66-28,57. Shopping 52-22,51. Leisure/meeting/chat 91-39-39. Journal of Contemporary Urban Affairs, 4, 2, 2132/2020. Dr. Begüm Erçevik on May 24. 59,8%, n equals 70, of the participants, were female. And 40,2%, n equals 47, of them were male. 44,4%, n equals 52, of the participants were 18 to 25 years of age. 31,6%, n equals 37, were 26 to 35 years of age. 18,8%, n equals 22, were 36 to 45 years of age, and 4,3%, n equals 5, were 46 to 60 years of age. Of the participants, 1,7%, n equals 2, had primary school education, 0,9%. N equals 1, had secondary school education, 16,2%. N equals 19, had high school education, 68,4%, N equals 80, received graduate level education, and 12%, N equals 14, had undergraduate education. According to the data of duration of settlement, 57,3%, N equals 67, of the participants were born in Istanbul. Besides, 17,9%, N equals 21, of the participants have been living in Istanbul for more than 15 years, and 24,9%, N equals 29, of them have been living here for less than 15 years. Of the participants, 80,3%, N equals 94, live on the Anatolian side of Istanbul, while 19,7%, N equals 23, live on the European side of Istanbul. According to the data of frequency of visit, 22,2%, N equals 26, of the participants visit Central Kadıköy a few times a year, 21,4%, N equals 25, once a month, and 22,2%, N equals 26, once a week. Eventually, participants were asked about their intended use of Central Kadıköy, and they were allowed to specify more than one answer. Hereunder, 91. Participants visit Central Kadıköy for leisure, meeting, chatting, and 66 participants do so for cultural activities such as theater, concert, or exhibitions, while 52 participants visit Central Kadıköy for shopping. Table 1. 2.2 Experiment Environment, the center of Kadki. Located on the Anatolian side of Istanbul. Kadki district is surrounded by Maltepe district. In the east, Üsküdar and Ümraniye districts in the north, the Bosphorus in the west and Marmara Sea in the south. Figure 1. Figure 1. Kadki's location within Istanbul, developed by author. The historical core that forms Central Kadıköy's settlement is between the surroundings of Haydarpaşa Bay and Moda Cape. Central settlement consists of Osman Ağa and Kafayır Ağa neighborhoods which include historical areas such as Yıldırmeni, Moda, and Kadki. Historical Bazaar. The neighborhoods selected for the study are Osman Ağa and Kafayır Ağa, which are described as Central Kadki. These neighborhoods and their locations are shown in the figure below. Figure 2. Figure 2. Settlement of Central Kadki, developed by author. Although Kadki was founded in 685 BC, Central Kadki had not made much progress. Until the 17th century, and onwards, essential historical buildings began to be built. Osmaniye Mosque was built in 1612, and Serb Tokhavar Armenian Church was built in 1721. Turkmen, 2018. In the 19th century, inhabited by Muslim and Greek populations, Kadki was a village which consisted of 4 neighborhoods, with a total of 516 stores and 1915 households. Selic, 1986/2010. The ferry transportation began in 1846. The grocery stores, bakeries, and taverns which were located on the Skelpier Street, and whose customers were mostly the Greeks, gradually revived the commercial life of Central Kadki. By the fire in 1860, 250 buildings, 3/4 of Kadki were completely destroyed. Alice, 1995/2019. In the beginning of the 20th century, there were 5 sea baths, a closed beach established on the sea, 31 pharmacies and 25 bakeries. Haydarpaşa train terminal was opened in 1908, and was closed in 2012 after the fire in 2010. Haldun Taner Theatre was constructed in 1927 as a marketplace, and was converted into a theatre in 1989. The Apollon Cinema, which was built in the beginning of the 20th century, was later named Hale and finally Rex Cinema. Shuriya Opera House was opened in Bahariye Street in 1927. Kadki Moda Tramline was opened in 1934. In the 1950s, there were in total 37. Journal of Contemporary Urban Affairs, 4, 2, 2132/2020. Dr. Begüm Erçevik on May 25. Tram lines, 30 of which were in Istanbul and 7 of which were in Kadki, Turkmen, 2018. In brief, there are many identity elements in Central Kadki that can clearly be perceived by its users or / have lost their visibility due to the existing palimpsest pattern. Therefore, Central Kadki, which contains the historical bazaar, was chosen as the experiment environment for the discussions on urban identity. 2.3 Procedure. 117 copies of the survey consisting of open-ended and multiple-choice questions were executed in a week in January 2019 for this study at different hours of different days. The participants were from varying groups in terms of gender, age, or level of education. Before the survey stage, participants were informed in detail about the study. The first section consisted of demographic questions like age, gender and level of education of the participants. Later on, their inhabitancy in Istanbul and place of settlement were asked in addition to their usage, frequency and intended use of Central Kadıköy. Questions about gender, age, and inhabitancy in Istanbul and usage frequency provided data for groups for which comparative tables would be formed. In the next stage, participants were asked questions about urban identity. Especially, they were asked to indicate urban elements that appealed to and affected them in Central Kadıköy. This was an open-ended question that required 3 elements from the participants. They were free in their answers, there was no guidance. In the following question, unique identity of Central Kadıköy was examined. The researcher formed various options, allowing the participants to indicate more than one choice. Also, the researcher listed positive and negative features of Central Kadıköy and finally asked them to number 3 features they favored, and 3 features they did not favor in the order of significance. The main purpose of this survey is to understand participants' perception of Central Kadıköy and their positive and negative opinions so as to infer the urban identity of Central Kadıköy. In the assessment of close-ended questions of the survey, descriptive statistics such as frequency and arithmetic mean were used, whereas in open-ended ones questioning identity elements, data were carefully examined. Same data and data with close meaning were brought together and the frequency values, number of repetitions, were calculated. Frequency values were presented and interpreted in tables. 3. Data analysis. The participants were asked to define 3 urban elements such as square, fountain, roof or facade in Central Kadıköy which were noticeable, memorable, and which existed in their mind. In the survey conducted with 117 participants, 269 identity elements in total were determined, yet, those with frequency values less than 5 were excluded from the analysis. The results revealed that the most defined identity element of Central Kadıköy is the bull statue by 14,8%, n equals 40, the second one is İskele Square by 11,5%, n equals 37, and the third one is the Moda Coast by 8,5%, n equals 23, Table 2. As a consequence, the researcher created the identity map of Central Kadıköy with regard to identity data provided, Figure 3. Table 2. General assessment of surveys. Category F, percent. Identity elements of Central Kadıköy. Bull statue 14,8. İskele Square 31,11,5. Moda Coast 23,8,5. Tramline 17,6,3. Haldun Theatre 16,5,6. Bahariye Street 12,4,4. Haydarpaşa Terminal 12,4,4. Beşiktaşlar Ferry Station 12,4,4. Şuriye Opera House 10,3,7. Sırp Tokhaver Armenian Church 7,2,6. Street of Craftsmen 7,2,6. Cinema Rex 6,2,2. Osmana Mosque 5,1,8. Unique identity of Central Kadıköy. Socio-cultural functions and activities 9539,2. Its history, past 5924,3. Commercial functions 3815,7. Journal of Contemporary Urban Affairs, 4, 2, 2132/2020. Dr. Begüm Erçevik on May 26. Natural Environment and Open Spaces 19.7,8. Visual quality of the buildings 16.6,6. Educational functions 15.6,1. Positive features. 1. Its relation with the sea and ferries add a unique identity to Central Kadıköy. 6454,7. 2. Tramline adds a meaning and identity to Central Kadıköy. 2823,9. 3. Spending time Central Kadıköy creates a sense of belonging. 2218,8. Negative features 1. There is no relation with nature, everywhere is full of buildings. 4841. 2. Kadıköy lost its historical identity with the increasing number of retail shops. 1815,3. 3. Kadıköy is a comfortless, crowded and insecure environment. 3227,3. In the next stage, the question what determines the identity of Central Kadıköy was asked, allowing the participants to indicate more than one option. In total, 242 unique identity descriptions were made. 39,2%. N equals 95, of the participants determined the unique identity of Central Kadıköy by socio-cultural functions and organizations, whereas 24,3%, N equals 59, indicated its history and past, and 15,75%, N equals 38, mentioned commercial functions. Table 2. In the following stage, the participants were asked to list 3 features they liked and 3 features they disliked in Central Kadıköy in the order of importance. According to 54,7%, N equals 64, of the participants, creating a unique identity of Kadıköy by the relation with the sea and the ferries was the most positive feature of Central Kadıköy. As the second positive feature, 23,9%, N equals 28, of the participants indicated that Moda Kadıköy tramline added meaning and identity to Central Kadıköy. As the third positive feature, 18,8%, N equals 22, of the participants stated that spending time in Central Kadıköy created a sense of belonging. Table 2. On the other hand, according to 41%, N equals 48, of the participants, its lack of relation with nature and its over-urbanization was the most negative feature of Central Kadıköy. The second negative feature was the loss of historical identity with the increasing number of retail shops, indicated by 15,3%, N equals 18, of the participants. The third negative feature was that Kadıköy was in comfortless, crowded and insecure environment with a percentage of 27,3, N equals 32, Table 2. Figure 3. Identity map created by the researcher based on the answers of the survey, developed by author. Journal of Contemporary Urban Affairs, 4, 2, 2132/2020. Dr. Begüm Erçevik on May 27. In line with the results of the survey, comparative analyses based on gender, age, duration of settlement in Istanbul and frequency of use were established and presented in the tables below. Table 3. The analysis of identity elements via variable of gender. Identity elements of Central Kadıköy. Female / 70. Category F, %. Identity elements of Central Kadıköy. Male / 47. Category F, %. Bol statue 2434,2 Bol statue 1634,0. İskele Square 1927,1 İskele Square 1225,53. Moda Coast 1724,2 Moda Coast 612,76. Halduntainer Theatre 1318,5 Halduntainer Theatre 3638 Tramline 912,8 Tramline 817,02 Besiktasadalar Ferry Station 811,4 Besiktasadalar Ferry Station 48,51 Bahariye Street 68,5 Bahariye Street 612,76 Serp Tokhavar Armenian Church 68,5 Serp Tokhavar Armenian Church 12,12 Haydarpaza Terminal 68,5 Haydarpaza Terminal 612,76 Shuriya Opera House 68,5 Shuriya Opera House 48,51 Cinema Rex 57,1 Cinema Rex 12,12 Street of Craftsmen 45,7 Street of Craftsmen 3638 Osmana Mosque 34,2 Osmana Mosque 24,25 As seen in Table 3, the most defined identity element by women and men is the bull statue. It can be seen that 34% of 47 male participants defined bull statue, while this percentage was 34.2% for 70 female participants. Another highly defined identity element was İskele Square, of which 27.1% of the female participants and 25.53% of the male participants specified. Moda Coast and Halduntainer Theatre were not defined with a high percentage by male participants, while the percentages for female participants were 24,2 and 18,5 in respectively. Table 3. Table 4. The analysis of identity elements via age variable. Identity elements of Central Kadıköy 18 to 25 years of age / 52. Category F, percent. Identity elements of Central Kadıköy 26 to 35 years of age / 37. Category F, percent. Identity elements of Central Kadıköy 35 60 years of age / 27. Category F, percent. Bull statue 2650 Bull statue 821,6 Bull statue 622,2 İskele Square 1528,84 İskele Square 924,32 İskele Square 725,9 Moda Coast 1121,15 Moda COA 35,7 Moda Coast 933,3 Halduntainer Theatre 1019,23 Halduntainer Theatre 59,6 Halduntainer Theatre 13,7 Tramline 713,46 Tramline 59,6 Tramline 518,51 Besiktasadalar Ferry Station 611,53 Besiktasadalar Ferry Station 35,7 Besiktasadalar Ferry Station 311,11 Bahariye Street 59,6 Bahariye Street 23,8 Bahariye Street 518,51 Serp Tokhavar Armenian Church 47,6 Serp Tokhavar Armenian Church 11,9 Serp Tokhavar Armenian Church 27,4 Haydarpaza Terminal 47,6 Haydarpaza Terminal 23,8 Haydarpaza Terminal 622,2 Shuriya Opera House 59,6 Shuriya Opera House 23,8 Shuriya Opera House 311,11 Cinema Rex 47,6 Cinema Rex 23,8 Cinema Rex 00. Street of Craftsman 23,8 Street of Craftsman 35,7 Street of Craftsman 27,4 Osmanat Mosque 11,9 Osmanat Mosque 23,8 Osmanat Mosque 27,4. As seen in Table 4, identity elements defined according to age groups vary. The identity element, defined by 50% of the 52 participants between the ages 18 to 25, was the bull statue. On the other hand, 24.32% of 37 participants between the ages 26 to 35 defined Skele Square, and 33.3% of 27 participants at the age level of 35-60 defined Moda Coast as the identity element of Central Kadıköy, Table 4. Journal of Contemporary Urban Affairs, 4, 2, 2132/2020. Dr. Begüm Erçevik on May 28. The participants were grouped in 3 categories based on the duration of settlement. Istanbul, born in Istanbul, living more than 15 years in Istanbul, and living fewer than 15 years in Istanbul. Table 5. The analysis of identity elements via variable of duration of settlement. Identity elements of Central Kadıköy, born in Istanbul, /67. Category F, %. Identity elements of Central Kadıköy, more than 15 years, /21. Category F, %. Identity elements of Central Kadıköy, more than 15 years, /28. Category F, %. Bull statue 2232,8 Bull statue 733,3 Bull statue 1139,2 Skele Square 1623,8 Skele Square 733,3 Skele Square 725 Moda Coast 34,4 Moda Coast 419,4 Moda Coast 1657,1 Halduntainer Theatre 1420,8 Halduntainer Theatre 14,7 Halduntainer Theatre 13,5 Tramline 1116,4 Tramline 29,5 Tramline 414,2 Besiktas Adalar Ferry Station 57,4 Besiktas Adalar Ferry Station 00 Besiktas Adalar Ferry Station 725 Bahariye Street 68,9 Bahariye Street 419,4 Bahariye Street 27,1 Serp Tokhaver Armenian Church 11,4 Serp Tokhaver Armenian Church 14,7 Serp Tokhaver Armenian Church 517,8 Haydarpaşa Terminal 710,4 Haydarpaşa Terminal 314,2 Haydarpaşa Terminal 27,1 Shuriya Opera House 45,9 Shuriya Opera House 314,2 Shuriya Opera House 310,7 Cinema Rex 22,9 Cinema Rex 29,5 Cinema Rex 27,1 Street of Craftsman 11,4 Street of Craftsman 14,7 Street of Craftsman 517,8 Osmanat Mosque 22,9 Osmana Mosque 00 Osmana Mosque 310,7 As seen in Table 5, 32.8% of 67 participants who were born in Istanbul stated that Bol statue was the identity element of Central Kadıköy. 33.3% of the 21 participants, living more than 15 years in Istanbul defined Bol statue, and the other 33.3% of the 21 participants defined İskele Square as the identity element of Central Kadıköy. On the other hand, 57.1% of 28 participants, living fewer than 15 years in Istanbul, defined Moda Coast as the identity element. Table 5. From the data of participants' frequency of use of Central Kadıköy, the highest three values were chosen, and assessments were conducted via these three groups: once a week, once a month, and once a year. Table 6. The analysis of identity elements via variable of usage frequency. Identity elements of Central Kadıköy. Once a week / 26. Category F, %. Identity elements of Central Kadıköy. Once a month / 25. Category F, %. Identity elements of Central Kadıköy. Once a year / 26. Category F, %. Bol statue 934,6 Bol statue 1. 0. 40 Bol statue 311,5. İskele Square 623,7 İskele Square 624 İskele Square 934,6. Moda Coast 726,9 Moda Coast 624 Moda Coast 27,6. Halduntainer Theatre 311,5 Halduntainer Theatre 28 Halduntainer Theatre 27,6. Tramline 415,3 Tramline 416 Tramline 415,3. Besiktas Adalar Ferry Station 00 Besiktas Adalar Ferry Station 14 Besiktas Adalar Ferry Station 13,8. Bahariye Street 415,3 Bahariye Street 28 Bahariye Street 27,6. Serp Takaver Armenian Church 27,6 Serp Takaver Armenian Church 14 Serp Takaver Armenian Church 00 Haydarpaşa Terminal 13,8 Haydarpaşa Terminal 28 Haydarpaşa Terminal 415,3. Shuriya Opera House 27,6 Shuriya Opera House 312 Shuriya Opera House 13,8. Cinema Rex 00 Cinema Rex 28 Cinema Rex 00. Street of Craftsmen 13,8 Street of Craftsmen 312 Street of Craftsmen 13,8. Osmana Mosque 311,5 Osmana Mosque 00 Osmana Mosque 00. Journal of Contemporary Urban Affairs 4, 2, 2132/2020. Dr. Begüm Erçevik on May 29. As seen in the Table 6, the Bol statue was defined as an identity element by 34,6% of 26 participants who visited Central Kadıköy once a week and by 40% of 25 participants who visited Central Kadıköy once a month. On the other hand, 34,6% of 26 participants who visited Central Kadıköy once a year indicated İskele Square as an identity element. Table 6. 4. Discussions. The Bol statue, defined as a unique identity element of Central Kadıköy, is a landmark within Aesthetic design. It is located at the junction point of 4 roads, 3 of which are open to vehicle traffic and 1 of which is open to only pedestrians. The bull statue, having a historical significance, is a meeting and waiting point of Kadki, and with its imposing appearance, attracts the attention of inhabitants and visitors of Kadki. The second most defined identity element of Central Kadıköy is a square. İskele Square hosts several meetings, festivals, open-air exhibitions, and publicity organizations. Moreover, it is a juncture for transportation options such as ferries, subway, and buses. Therefore, its memorability is high. Moda Coast, the third most defined identity element of Central Kadıköy, is in fact a walking and recreational axis, and can be accepted as both a path and a border. It is noticeable in terms of being a recreation axis connected to the sea. Kadıköy Moda Tramline, which is another defined identity element, is a nostalgic symbol evoking the history of Kadıköy. The tramline, which was opened in 1934, lost its identity over time and was revived again in 2003. The 2.6 km long tramline, since it provides movement, can be accepted as a path. However, what the participants indicate in this research is the existence of Kadıköy Moda Tramline by means of the red Tatra GT6 model tram car. The tramline remained in the minds of the participants with the red tramcars. If data were gathered by cognitive mapping, then tramline could have confronted us as a path. Nevertheless, in this study, Kadıköy Moda Tramline has transformed to a landmark with red tramcars. Bahariye Street and the Street of Craftsmen, defined as an identity element, are both paths. However, what was intended to be defined here is the functions on these paths. Their memorability depends on neither movements nor connections they provide. Bahariye Street draws attention with its shopping function, whereas the Street of Craftsmen does so with the handcrafts, bibliopolas, and unique cafes. It has been observed that landmarks were plentiful in identity elements, especially Haldun Theatre, Shuriya Opera House and Cinema Rex, with their meeting, waiting, and cultural functions. Sırp Takavar Armenian Church and Osmanat Mosque, with their religious function, Besiktas, Adalar Ferry Station and Haydarpaşa Terminal, with their transportation function, were landmarks indicated as identity elements. The reasons for the memorability of these identity elements can be summarized as follows: Haldun Theatre and Besiktas, Adalar Ferry Station are both located reciprocally in the İskele Square, and they are singular historical structures that draw the eastern and western borders of the İskele Square, as well as being significant meeting and waiting points for the inhabitants and visitors. Shuriya Opera House draws attention as a singular building among the attached constructions. It is the only structure of art among commercial function, and the high number of users in its front show that it is an important meeting point. Likewise, the Armenian Church and Osmana Mosque draw attention as religious structures surrounded by commercial function. In addition, Haydarpaşa Terminal is a historical transportation building that provided the railway connection between Istanbul and Anatolia between 1908 and January 2012. This magnificent building, which can be clearly seen from the coast of Central Kadıköy, has been the subject of several movies and documentaries. There are several characteristics that form the unique identity of Central Kadıköy. Within this study, the participants indicated that unique identity was socio-cultural functions and activities. Significant structures with cultural functions such as Halduntainer Theatre, Shuriya Opera House, Street of Craftsmen, and Cinema Rex were the identity elements indicated for Central Kadıköy. Supporting this conclusion. Moreover, Kadıköy hosts various social and cultural activities, and festivals with many venues such as Moda Stage, Barmanco House, Duru Theatre, and Oyun Atölye, Play Atelier. The most positive features of Central Kadıköy were described as its relation with the sea and ferries. Relation with nature was observed to positively affect the urban identity. An element of natural water that could be watched, approached, touched, and smelled was seen among the positive identity elements. In addition, inhabitants could watch movements of these ferries, and be involved to this movement by traveling on the ferries. On the other hand, elements of casual life, such as tramline, ferries, seagulls, and Turkish bagels, had a symbolic feature and affected urban identity. Tramline, having been indicated as identity element of Central Kadıköy, enhances this claim. Possessing of Kadıköy by its users and sense of belonging were positively evaluated in terms of urban identity. The most negative features of Central Kadıköy were its lack of relation with nature and its over-urbanization. It was observed in this research that elements flourishing from natural environment were not indicated within the identity elements. All. Journal of Contemporary Urban Affairs, 4, 2, 2132/2020. Dr. Begüm Erçevik on May 30. The defined identity elements originated from the built environment. Over-urbanization deported urban identity from nature and had a negative impact on identity elements. The increase of commercial buildings in Central Kadıköy led to the disappearance of historical texture, and affected urban identity negatively due to the polychromy, advertising signboards, vivacity, and polyphony that was brought by commercial buildings. This has led to an increase in human density and congestion. Crowdedness, congestion and redundant human movement affected urban identity negatively as far as less human density. Desolation. Central Kadıköy has been perceived as a comfortless, crowded and insecure environment, and therefore received a negative identity. According to Kadriye Deniz Topko, 2011, the perception of urban identity varies due to personal characteristics such as age, gender, profession, and income, in addition to being whether a tourist or an inhabitant in town. Therefore, even though the two most defined identity elements for Central Kadıköy were the same for both women and men, women later gave priority to identity elements related to recreation and culture. İskele Square and Bol statue being meeting and waiting points, and transfer nodes in Central Kadıköy were defined as an identity element by inhabitants living in Istanbul for more than 15 years. On the other hand, Moda Coast, which was a recreation and walking axis, was defined as an identity element by inhabitants living in Istanbul for less than 15 years. Bol statue was defined as an identity element by participants whose usage frequency of Central Kadıköy was more than once a month. It can be stated that participants who often visited Central Kadıköy adopted Bol statue, which was located at the starting point of Bahariye Street, as a meeting and waiting point. On the other hand, İskele Square, which was the junction point of transportation such as collective taxis, ferries, and buses besides hosting several socio-cultural organizations, was defined by the participants who visited Central Kadıköy once a year. It can be said that participants who visited Central Kadıköy less often adopted İskele Square as an identity element due to using it as a transfer node. 5. Conclusion. In this study, the unique identity and identity elements have been analyzed along with the comparisons of identity elements of different user groups and the determination of the positive and negative identity features of an urban district. The focal points of this research provided in detail in the discussion section are summarized below. The urban elements which are perceived most in the existing urban pattern and adopted by inhabitants are identified as identity elements that generate the urban identity. The location, historical value, and aesthetic features of an urban element strengthen its perception as an identity element. Nostalgic symbols of the cities are perceived as identity elements. The urban areas where urban identity is perceived most intensively and/or the urban areas which are identified as identity elements are listed as follows: meeting, waiting, and transfer points and squares that are used frequently. The urban areas with strategic importance throughout the city. The urban areas with elements that differ in image, function, and location. Recreation areas where individuals can socialize. Urban areas with special functions such as shopping street, art street, etc. Historical buildings. Buildings that differ within the urban order with their function, such as religious, cultural, or transportation building. Structure, architectural features, or facade. Details. The possibilities and functions that the city offers to its inhabitants are efficient in defining the unique urban identity. For instance, unique urban identity of Central Kadıköy was defined as socio-cultural functions and organizations due to several social-cultural buildings and activities it had direct relation with the nature, natural identity. Elements such as forest, sea, coastline or stream, nostalgic symbols of the city, and the inhabitants' sense of belonging are the features that positively affect the urban identity, and so they should be emphasized. Not having a relation with the nature and destruction of natural identity elements, over-urbanization, deterioration of historical identity, human density and crowdedness, and security problems are the features that negatively affect urban identity, therefore they should immediately be prevented. Urban identity varies depending on the gender variable. For instance, women give priority to socio-cultural featured identity elements. Urban identity is influenced by the duration of the settlement. Individuals who live in the city for more than 15 years identify the meeting and waiting areas, transfer nodes, and squares that they visit frequently, and the landmarks located in and around these areas as identity elements. On the other hand, individuals who live in the city for less than 15 years identify the recreation areas as identity elements. Urban identity is influenced by the usage frequency. Individuals who visit the city more. Journal of Contemporary Urban Affairs, 4, 2, 2132/2020. Dr. Begüm Erçevik on May 31. Then once a month determine the landmarks as identity elements, while those who visit that city once a year determine nodes or squares that function as meeting and waiting areas, and transfer nodes to be identity elements. In the light of the general conclusions above, some suggestions for local governments, professionals, and non-governmental organizations are generated and listed below. Over-urbanization should be avoided in order not to destroy natural identity elements. Attention should be paid to preserve the relation with the natural environment. Traces of historical periods should be restored and preserved, regarding the negative impact of the disappearance of historical texture on urban identity. Recently constructed modern buildings and spaces which are significant in public memory should also be preserved with the same careful approach. The prerequisites for the protection of urban identity are to stop the unplanned urbanization, uncontrolled building development and standardization, to eliminate anomalous developments, and to ensure convenience with the existing environmental values in new constructions. Missing identity elements should be revived. The unique identity elements that begin to depreciate should be preserved, and be transferred to the next generations with the same worth and significance. In this research, the data relevant to the urban identity and identity elements were obtained by the questionnaire method. Furthermore, cognitive map drawings can further be used in analyzing the identity elements, and also in evaluating the variation of the identity elements defined by different user groups. The influences of transformations and gentrifications on urban identity can be discussed. The extent to which these transformations and gentrifications are known and adopted by the inhabitants can be investigated. As a consequence, this study can be considered as an example of other research studies to be carried out on similar subjects. Acknowledgement. This research did not receive any specific grant from funding agencies in the public, neither commercial, nor not-from-profit sectors. Conflict of interests. The author declare no conflict of interest. References: Alice, M.S. 2019. Istanbul Kazan Ben Kepsi left. No stone unturned in Istanbul. 2nd ed. Istanbul, KRMZ Kadayenevi. ISBN 978-605. 298-469-7, original work published 1995. https://books.google.com/books, ID equals μ. QWGEACAAJ and DQ equals %C4% B0 Istanbul plus Kazan plus B. N plus Kep %C 3% A7 E and HL equals TR and SA equals X and VED equals 0 Ahyukwi. D_Y3 Fmjehub Kiskolib _SQ6 Ailzub. Aslan, S. and Kuiper, P. 2016. Kimlik ve Bellek Sorunu. Sarmalnda Kentler, Amazra Kenti Reninda. Versatler ve Teditler and Dierlendirol Mizi. Delkant Kenterittermaler Derjazi Urban Identity and Memory Problems, an Evaluation of Opportunities and Threats in a Case Study. Of Amazra, Journal of Urban Studies, 7, 20. 881-905. Retrieved December 12, 2018, from http://dergippark.org.tr/idealkent/issue/36856. 420,018. Birol, G. 2007. Berkenten Kimlai ve Kervansaray. Atelier Ber dir Lenderm. Architect. Derjazi Identity of a City in a Review on Kervansaray Hotel, Architect Journal, 514, 46. 54. Retrieved March 11, 2019 from https://docplayer.biz.tr/6984773 Berkenten. Kimlaji ve Kervansaray Atelier Ber. Degerlenderm.html. Selik, Z. 2010, 19. Isilda Osman El Baskenti. Day I Istanbul The Remaking of Istanbul. Portrait of an Ottoman City in the 19th Century, 3th ed. S. During il. Transaction. Istanbul. Turkey Bankası Kültür Yayınları. ISBN 987-605. 332-466-9, original work published 1986. https://www.pandora.com/kitap/djizan. Istanbul 19 Yüzyılda Osmanlı Başkenti /439577. Deniz Topçu, K. 2011. Kent Kimliği Üzerine bir Araştırma, Konyarne. Uluslararası Ensign. Bilimleri Dergizi A Research on Urban Identity. Sample of Konya, International Journal of Human Sciences, 8, 2, 1048-1072. Retrieved. December 28, 2018, from https://j. humansciences.com/ojs/index.php/ijhs/arty. Clee/view/2000. Iraden, Z. 2016. Kentsel Lazma. Strategilerin Kent Belli Ive Kent MGC. Üzerine etkilri, Ankara Rene. Delkent Kent. Araştırmalar Dergizi Impacts of Urban Branding Strategies on Urban Identity and Collective Image, The Case of Ankara. Journal of Urban Studies, 7, 20, 830-855. Retrieved December 12, 2018, from http://dergipark.org.tr/idealkent/issue/36856. 420,013. K-Buck, S. 2010. Antakya Kent Kimliği. Asndanirdelan Mizi. Mustafa Kemal. Üniversitesi Sosyal Bilimler Enstitüsü Dergizi. Examination of Antakya in terms of urban identity, Mustafa Kemal University Journal of Social Sciences Institute, 7, 14, 373-392. Retrieved January 2, 2019, from Journal of Contemporary Urban Affairs, 4, 2, 2132/2020. Dr. Begüm Erçevik on May 32. http://sbed.mku.edu.tr/article/view/10380006. 47/1038000427. Lynch, K. 2010. Kent MGC The Image of the City, 2nd ed. Bazaran, Transaction. Istanbul. Kültür Yayınları. ISBN 978-994-488-948-3. Original work published 1960. https://books.google.com/books, ID = 4QFFY. GEACAAJ and DQ = Kent plus %C 4% B0 MGC and HL = TR and SA. X and VED = 0 a HUQJ 1 tmtyaslump byte. MHDQQQ6 tat. 1 AB, and Knaslan. 2005. Halij. Bulgasan Svra Alglama VE Kentsel Kimlik. T Dergizi/A, Memaral K, Plan Lama VE Tazerm. Urban Identity and Environmental Perception. In Halij, ITU Journal/A, Architecture. Planning and Design, 4, 1, 115-125. Retrieved. March 11, 2019, from http://itutor.gi.itu.edu.tr/index.php/itutorgc_. A/article/view file/947/873. Tequili. 1990. Berkentin Kimliği Üzerine. Dusan Keller, Marmara University İktisadi ve Deri Bilimler Fakültesi Dergizi Notions on the Identity of a City, Marmara University Journal of Economic and Administrative Sciences. 7, 1-2, 251-259. Retrieved June 19, 2019, from http://dossier.marmara.edu.tr/ikf/iib- Dergi/1990/22-takili.pdf. Turin, S., and Yalner Erkoskan, O. 2017. Maidenlardaki izim de ikliklarin Kent. Bellion etkazi, Ankara Rene. Suleiman. Demirel Universitesi Mimaral K Bilimleri ve Uygulamalar Dergizi. The Impact of Name Changes on the Urban Memory, a Case Study. On Ankara, Suleiman Demirel University. Journal of Architecture Sciences and Applications, 2, 1, 55-68. https://doi.org/10.307885/mbid.337234. Turgut, H., Yavuz Özalp, A., and Erdoğan, A. 2012. Artvin İlan Dols Vrinin Kent Kimliğin. Etkilri. SDU Orman Fakültesi Dergizi Effects of Natural Environment on Urban Identity in Artvin, SDU Faculty of Forestry Journal, 13, 2. 172-180. Retrieved January 2, 2019, from http://dergipark.org.tr/issue/2089/224424. Turkmen, NF. 2018. Kadki Chronolojisi the Chronology of Kadki. Istanbul, Yeditepe. Yayınevi. ISBN 978-605-2070-47-5. https://www.pandora.com/kitap/Kadıköy. Chronolojisi/647814. How to cite this article. Erçevik Sönmez, B. 2020. A Research on Urban Identity, Sample of Kadki District. Journal of Contemporary Urban Affairs, 4, 1, 21-32. https://doi.org/10.25034/hqa.2020.v4n1-3.